champion boxing and sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury. Fights coming up on 23 April. It's becoming more and more interesting. Right now, it looks like not just a matter of this being one of the biggest fights in the history of English boxing. It looks like this is going to be one of the biggest fights ever. Ever. I mean, they just put another 4,000 tickets. Let me expand my screen, man. They just put another 4,000 tickets on sale because it's such a high demand for this fight. It's in such a high demand, not just in Europe. Even people from the States are going across to watch this. So there's going to be over 94,000 tickets that have been sold. And it is just going to be amazing. And the atmosphere in Wembley is going to be so electric. But, hey, man, I can't handle large crowds, man. I've had my share of different things. I don't like large crowds. The hypervigilance and stuff kicks in. I can't handle it. So I will be watching this from my home. But I will tell you that normally you see the English traveling abroad to support their fighters. But they have two of the biggest fighters fighting at home. So not only do you have English men and women traveling from the States to go back there, you have Americans going. You have people from around the world traveling to England to watch this fight. And for Dillian Whyte, there are even Jamaicans and people throughout the Caribbean who have bought tickets and who are flying in to watch the boxing match. Now, that's something you just don't see with a lot of people from the Caribbean, man. And I can tell you that just, I have a Trinidadian background, man. You know what I'm saying? My family is from Trinidad, so ain't nobody spending no money to jump on an airplane and fly to England to watch a boxing match just to turn around and come back. Even though everybody have family over there, you can go there, there's all kind of first brother, sister, uncle, aunt, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth generation, cousin and things like that. But ain't nobody wasting, nobody have money to be spending to just go watch a damn boxing match. But there are people who have done that. The Jamaicans, some Guyanese, some Grenadians, guys from St. Vincent, St. Croix, Trinidad and Tobago. So there's some people coming out to support Dillian Whyte. I think a lot of people forget Dillian Whyte was born in Jamaica. So he's going to get that support from Caribbean people. Lennox Lewis got the support from really Jamaicans, but he wasn't really seen as a Jamaican. He wasn't really seen as an Englishman. He wasn't really seen as a Canadian because the man had a passport to everywhere, so that makes you a citizen of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But Dillian Whyte is a little bit different. You know what I mean? People are going to say, he's a real yardman. But it's going to be interesting because they just released 4,000 more tickets, and those tickets aren't going to last long. It's amazing, man. Going to be at Wembley Stadium, and right now they're saying it's going to be a record British crowd. Now, I'm still not sure, if Dillian Whyte's going to come out of his shell and help with any promotion, but it's almost at a point now to where he doesn't need to because he's just hurting himself. I covered it in another video. I'm not going to get into that now, but I mean, the fight sells itself. And I guess that's one of the good things with having a guy like Dillian Whyte who doesn't want to help promote it, because the fight sells itself. And you could say it was because of Tyson Fury. No, he needs a dancing partner. And Dillian Whyte is very popular and held in a very high regard in England. They love him. So it's not just Tyson Fury. Dillian Whyte was the right dancing partner for Tyson Fury. Had that been AJ, it would be a similar thing, maybe even more. But I think Dillian Whyte and AJ are interchangeable as far as what it takes to pair up with Tyson Fury and sell 90,000 or 94,000 tickets. So that's just how I feel. But, remember, these Fury and Whyte are ready to put on a showpiece spectacle at the home of the English football later this month. They're going to collide, and then there's going to be 94,000 seats at Wembley. It's already sold out to 90,000. The other four should go in a matter of time. It's the exact same number that saw Anthony Joshua defeat Vladimir Klitschko in 2017. I don't know if you guys watched that fight, but that was crazy. Just watching it on TV, just seeing a sea of people in there. It's going to be the same kind of atmosphere here for Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury. But it says that they gave up. They came up with 4,000 more tickets because it was just, people were just going crazy. And if you don't know about fans in Europe, especially in England, they are fanatics about their athletes and about their sports. They may not carry on so much in the streets and stuff when it comes to politics, which they're very involved in that too. But when it comes to their sports, football, boxing, they lose it. And the people spoke, and they wanted those tickets, and now they're getting them, man. So, and they're talking about, the concern about reselling of the tickets and stuff like that. But I think there shouldn't be any concern. People are going to do what they want. Could you imagine if you happen to get your hands on 2 of those tickets, whatever you say you pay $1,000 for them? I'm sure you could turn and sell those tickets for $10,000, but that shouldn't matter if people are out scalping tickets. That's what a lot of people do. That's just part of the business. It happens. But they've even added Tommy Fury to the fight card. Not sure that really gonna motivate anyone to buy a ticket if they haven't, but they're adding him to it. So that's the latest on Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury. They're both saying they're gonna knock each other out. Dillian Whyte is kind of trying to be the silent assassin, and when he does come out and make noise, he's looking to come out, like he says, maximum violence. That's what he's looking to put on display against Tyson Fury. So we will see how it goes. It's getting closer. I'm excited. We're like just a little bit over a fortnight away from this fight taking place, and it is going to be interesting. But more to come on Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury. That's the latest and greatest. Another 4,000 tickets pushed out. People from Jamaica coming, the whole Caribbean supporting Dillian Whyte. You got people from the States flying over, Americans, Englishmen, Englishwomen. You got people from throughout the other countries and going, returning home to watch this fight. It's going to be huge. And I think after this, the next big fight is going to be AJ out there in Saudi Arabia. And we're just going to see what's going to happen the rest of this year, because these fights keep getting bigger. And as long as this is something, right? As long as they make the right fights, everyone can make good money, and you're gonna get crowds like this. The right fights, the right money, the right venues. It's a win-win across the board. The fans win, the promoters win, the fighters win. Everybody goes home happy, and that's what it's about. That being said, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Shout out to all the veterans. Even if you're not a veteran, shout out to you too, man. I appreciate you taking time to watch my video. And as always, I'm in the breeze.